Ah, there we go. All right, I had to do the same thing tonight as last night or Wednesday when I did my live stream. I hit go live and it was spinning, 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 and then I had to wait, and I said, nope, I'm going to refresh it, refreshed it, and then the second time it worked. So, welcome everybody. So, we're going to talk about the topic: Are Americans soft? Do we have a backbone anymore? We're going to talk about all that in a minute. But I got a couple other things to share with you guys. Very, very interesting evening here at the homestead. But I'll share that with you in a second. But I just wanted to, before we get started, this is a very family-friendly oriented channel. So please keep your comments clean. Be nice to each other. No racism, nothing like that, please. And be respectful of other people. And so if you don't, I have my awesome moderators. Will boot you out of here. That's just how we roll. And so, please, please just be decent to each other, okay? And when I'm done speaking, if you have a question or you want to make a comment, please all cap locks, okay? And then that way it stands out to me and I'll see it better. All right. So let me tell you about my evening here tonight. Very, very strange, very strange. And it got stranger afterwards, okay? So I'd gone up and saw Chris and Greg earlier today, probably 3:30ish or so. Or actually, it was probably about 3, and I was coming back home, and one of my neighbors was down at the bus stop waiting for her children to come home. So I stopped and talked to her for a moment, and she said to me, she said, "Just wanted to let you know, there's a raccoon walking around in the daytime. Doesn't look quite right. So just to give you a heads up that it's out there." And I said, "Well, I'll go make sure. I'm going to go home and check my chickens and make sure everything is copacetic." So I thanked her. So I got home. I walked around at that point in time, didn't see any kind of raccoon anywhere or anything like that. So I'm like, okay, no big deal. So uh, then, got my video up that I had made earlier today and did that. And then I was sitting here and I was, I don't know, was doing something, and Eddie comes in, and this is probably 6 o'clock. And he says to me, he goes, "Dad, there's a raccoon right outside." Now it's still light out, guys. So young raccoons sometimes will wander in the daylight, but not very often. They're a nocturnal creature. So if there is a raccoon out there in the daytime, 9 times out of 10 it's probably rabid. Okay, so grab the shotgun. I went outside and I went around back first looking. Came around the back side of the camper, and in the driveway, here's this raccoon. So I got as close as I dared, and this thing was just taking its sweet, sweet time, not in any kind of hurry, nothing like that. So it was very, very strange. And so I took a shot at it, and I hit it. It was kind of screaming, so I shot it a second time, and it was still kind of hollering. So just to make sure, I shot it a third time, and the third time was the charm, and that was the end of the raccoon. So what I did is I bagged it up really well, and so then I called the DEC just because I want to make sure that if this thing is rabid, that we don't have rabies up in this area where we live. And so what happened was I wanted to go and let my neighbors know down here. Well, I called the guy's wife that had talked to me, and I let him know. And then so I called the DEC. Of course, it's after hours. I left them a message. I have the raccoon bagged up in a couple different garbage bags, and so if they want to come and take it and check it to see if it had rabies, they can. It looked really mangy. It looked messed up. Okay, so I went over to my neighbors and was talking to her over this side, and let her know because she has dogs that she has in and out. She also has cats that go in and out as well. And so I let her know what was going on. And then I walked over to my other neighbor, Richard, which is next door to her, and was talking to him. And he was like, "Yeah, we just had a raccoon today just drop dead in the yard during the day again." Okay. So I told him, I said, "You better scoop that bad boy up and just, put him aside for right now." As I'm walking back through, there's a third raccoon laying there dead. Very, very strange stuff going on, guys. Very, very strange. So, but anyway, so that was what happened tonight. And so, oh, and then being the genius that I am, I got to be honest 100%, right? So I'm using double lock buckshot on this raccoon. And one of the pellets went and I took out one of my tires. So I have a flat tire on my car right now. So very, very smart. What are you going to do? It happens. But yeah, it was a very, 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 very strange. The raccoon was definitely not acting normal. So, but now, so in my defense, when you're shooting double-aught buckshot, guys, when you shoot it, it spreads. And so, unfortunately, one of the pellets, because that's what I had available within arm's reach, because I use double-aught buck for home defense. So, yeah, yeah, good times. Anyway, so, but 170 bucks down the drain. Chris Culp said, "Yeah, probably at least that for a new tire." Yeah, so yeah, it was. Hey, but you know what? That raccoon ain't gonna do nothing to any of my animals or anybody else's animals, and sometimes that's the price you pay. But so that was very bizarre. So I've been getting a lot of feedback too. Before we get into the topic, just wanted to mention this really quickly. I've been getting a lot of feedback from people saying that they're not getting notices, that they had, they're subscribed and their bell icon is on, and they're not getting notices. It's been happening a lot. Okay, so I've got to buy a new tire now too, 155. Yeah, it's not going to be cheap. I know that, but what are you going to do? I mean, and I knew when I was taking that first shot, I said, man, he's kind of close to the car, but I didn't want to have him run off. So that's, I took the shot, and yeah, so I did take out my one tire, and it was the front tire. So, and the raccoon was more towards the back of the car. So how I hit that front tire, I have no idea, but I did. So anyway, but so anyway, yeah, so a lot of people are not getting the bell notification or not getting notified of videos that I'm putting up and stuff like that. So I would just, like to tell you guys that please just double check. Certain channels are being targeted, as we all know. And so, it's a game that YouTube is playing right now. There's not much I can do. I don't have a whole lot of control over that. And so it is what it is. So we have to play the game, unfortunately. So anyway, so guys, if you haven't shot me a thumbs up yet, if you would do that, I would definitely appreciate that, because that does help the channel. And so I do appreciate that. So I got my tires on eBay, 97 bucks for two of them, tubular guy 9. That's cool. I'm going to have, but I got to have my vehicle like right away. So Greg's going to come down tomorrow. I've already talked to him. He's going to take me downtown. I'm going to pull the tire off, take it down there, and just have him put a new tire on. So it is what it is. Not much I can do about it. It's, done. So what are you going to do? But anyway, so let's get on topic. Okay. So are Americans getting weak? Are we getting soft? Do we have any backbone anymore? Now, I'm going to tell you right now. So first of all, before I really get into what I think, this is something that I also think. I believe that if we are ever attacked here in this country, okay, it's like waking up a sleeping giant, okay? We are not the ones to play with because we just don't play. Americans do not play. So if there was some kind of attack on the country now, initially, I believe it would be very, very bad because a lot of people would not be ready. But I think that after that initial shock, people would work together and they would forget a lot of BS. And it would be, you don't want to piss off Americans. I'm going to tell you right now, we are not the ones. So definitely Americans do have a backbone, but there's issues right now with this country, obviously. And so there's a lot of people that are very, very soft. There's a lot of people willing to give up all their freedoms and all their rights and everything else now. So I do see a lot of that. There's a lot of very weak people out there. And so, like when people say we need to have an event to have a cleansing, I can't disagree with that, to be honest with you, because we need to get rid of a lot of the garbage, take out the trash, if you will. And in an event, and when something happens, the North is soft. Not just the North. There's a lot of people out there that are soft in a lot of places. When you have Okay, so let's say this, okay? Let's talk about it this way for a second. People are going to say North and South, and you know what? There's tough guys all over the country, okay? When you have the drug epidemic that we have in this country, and I don't care if you're in the North or the South or the East or the West, drugs don't give a crap. Drugs are everywhere, okay? So when you have the drug epidemic that's in this country, and when I say drug epidemic, I'm talking crystal meth, heroin, crack cocaine, those type of things, okay? You got all those freaking bath salts that people are doing and every freaking other thing that's just eating their brains and destroying them. So when you have those type of things, I don't care what part of the country you're from. So, that in itself is destroying a great part of our country, which is weakening us, okay? And so you have that. You have this mindset of people today that people that need to have a safe space because words hurt. I'm sorry, guys. In that aspect, you need to toughen up. Okay, you really need to toughen up because you know, yeah, it's the gray ghost just said it's no longer a north or south issue. You're exactly right. We're all Americans, no matter where we're from in this country. You got so many people, guys, that are moving all over the place all the time. When I lived in North Carolina, and I had moved down there and I lived there for a year. Most of the people that I hung out with down there were transplants from it was Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, Maine, all those type of places all through the north were down in that area. So, you have a large variety of people all over. Several people that I know that I went to high school with live in the South now. Okay, so it's not about North and South. It's not. So please don't try to make it like that because it's really not. You have good people and you have bad people. That's what it really boils down to. And you have certain people. Hey, Debbie, do 5 p.m. or $5 to help with a new tire. Yeah, thank you very much for that donation. Yeah, it's gonna be a costly mistake, unfortunately, but it happens. Unfortunately, it does. What are you gonna do? So, but thank you very much. I appreciate that donation. We made our children soft by shielding them from everything. Marjorie Schultz just said that. That's part of it. Part of it is there is no consequences for people's actions anymore. So when your kid did something wrong, they weren't punished for it. They needed a hug and they needed to be told that it's all right. Well, no, sometimes the kid needs a good swift kick in it behind. There needs to be consequences for their actions. I'm going to give you a great example of something. All right. I think I might have been 5 or 6 years old, and we had gone to the babysitters, and I took a couple. I think it was like three match box cars from the neighbors. Okay, I took them, stole them, and so when my mother realized that I had taken these matchbox cars, she took me back to the babysitters, made me give those cars back, and apologize for stealing those cars. And I remember the lady, and I mean, I remember this like yesterday. She was like, "No, no, no, it's okay." And my mother was like, "No, it is not okay." And that was such an ingrained thing on me. I never stole again. Well, I did one time after that, and I just did it because I could see if I could. I think I was in my early 20s, and I stole a pack of cigarettes from Wegmans, and I didn't even smoke. I gave the pack of cigarettes away to somebody else, and I just did it to see if I could do it. But that was the only other time. But it was such a profound effect on me, that experience, that I never stole after that, because it was just. But that was a good lesson, and I think that a lot of people need to have those type of lessons in life. Be accountable for your actions regardless of what age you are. So I think that's really, really important that as parents we teach our children those lessons. There's consequences for your actions. Unfortunately, we live in a society now where these kids are taught that if mom or dad raises a hand to you, call the cops or call CPS because they can't do that. Well, that's BS. You know what I mean? I'm sorry, but that's BS. Discipline, it doesn't hurt a child. And it doesn't always have to be discipline as far as a capital or corporal punishment type of discipline. It always doesn't have to be a spanking or something like that. Discipline can be taking away privileges. I'm going to tell you what, I learned with my children, taking away privileges hurts a whole lot more than a couple of shots on the behind. Now, once in a great while, a couple of shots on the behind gave them a little bit of a wake-up call, and that didn't hurt either. But the pictures when I was younger, I forgot to grab them today. God, I got to figure out where they are. Let me see. Hold on one second. Let's see if I can. Hold on, guys. All right. I did have it. I wasn't sure if I had this over here or not. So, all right. Let's see. Nope, not that one. All right. Let me see what I can find here. All right, hold on a second, guys. Okay, so here's one. I got to show you this one. You're going to love this one. This is me. I was in 10th grade, and hopefully you guys can see that okay. I was in 10th grade. Let's see if I pull it back here. That's me in 10th grade in my football uniform. So, all right, let's see what else I got here. Okay, here's one. This is me. Oh God, I'm trying to remember how old I was, but you're gonna dig the mullet, guys. All right, that's me and my little sister, and so there's that one. Hopefully, you guys can see that okay. Hey, excellent Puma, thank you very much for that donation. I appreciate that. All right, so let's see. Let me try to pull out here. Let's see if I can. All right, so you want to see clean shaven? So here I am. I was part, and I'm right here, and this is the. I'll pull that out of the way so you guys can see that. We had gone deep sea fishing. I was part of a group, Camp Open Arms, with kids that were brothers and sisters, and the kids that had cancer. So that's a long time ago too. But so there I am, clean shaven. Let's see if I can. I gotta find a couple of the good ones here if I can. All right, let's see. No, not that one. Hold on, guys. I had to share these with you. Okay, here's a picture. It's not really a good picture, but you can. It's me. This is me over here. My little brother, and we were playing with one of the kids' toys, racing around the track and stuff like that. So that's just a few years ago. All right, let's see. All right, so here's one. I'm a little bit skinnier in this picture, and I was out with a young lady that I was seeing at the time, and her and I are actually still friends. So hopefully you guys can see that okay. But look how thin I am there. Skinny dude. Let's see. Okay. So here's one. This is when I married the kid's mom. So there's her and I there at the wedding, and that's probably one of the last times that I had hair. So let's see. Hopefully you guys. So that's about one of the last times I had hair. All right, let's see what else we got here. Here's another shot from that wedding. And there we are in the center there again. Another guy with the beard on my left or right, whatever side that is there. That's my best friend, one of my best friends, Steve. So, all right, let's see. I wanted to see if I could find this one for you guys. Hold on. I'm gonna take a look. Okay, here's me, the ex-wife, and the justice of the peace. So, all right, let's see what else I can find here, guys. Hold on. I wanted to, let's see. Let's see. There was one I wanted to show you here if I could find it. Hold on, guys. Let's see. There's one that I had where I was doing the muscled up like I was a big tough guy when I wasn't. I thought I was. Hold on one second. Let's see. Yeah, I can't. Well, anyway, so that gives you an idea. But those were some of the pictures. I was looking for this one. I had one that, like I said, I was doing, this kind of pose, and I had the long hair. It was pretty funny. So anyway, so there you go. There's some pictures of me when I was young and silly. So, but let's see what we got here. So anyway, I like the way you wear it now. It still looks good. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Well, I'll tell you what. This is so easy and it's so low maintenance. I will never grow my hair back. I absolutely never will. So it's just that's just the way it goes with that. But so yeah, I wrestled in the WWE at one point. No, never did that. But I got some. I gotta have to find some of the other pictures. But so just lost one of the cats. Got Abel. Oh, Eddie's coming over to show you a cat. All right, that's good enough, Eddie. Eddie, that's good enough. All right.
Can you get a meow for me, Owenski?
Okay, well, you just got one. Easy with him. Easy with him, honey. All right, take him out, honey. Let him go outside. That's Eddie's cat. Everybody's saying hello to you, Eddie.
Yeah.
Want to say hello? He waved. All right. Getting old is not for sissies. Yeah, no kidding. That's for funny. That's for sure.
Can I ask any corona?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I used to be Steve Austin. I don't think so. That dude's jacked. He was in real good shape.
You mean Stone Cold Steve Austin?
Stone Cold Steve Austin. That's right. He's got the same kind of look, but so when SHTF happens, the soft will go first. There's a lot of people that will give up in that type of situation, and I'm going to tell you what. The strongest muscle that you're going to have, and I've talked about this before. Let's see, Minnesota Prep. You're the man. You're a man of your word, Ed. Here's one for one prepper to another. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Thank you for that donation. What was I going to say here? Oh my goodness, my train of thought just went when I read that comment. Sorry, guys. Oh my goodness, what was I going to say? I got my mom calling here, and she knows I'm doing my show. That's mom for you, though. But God, I lost that train of thought. I thought, oh, muscle. Okay, yes, thank you very much for bringing me back on track. Now I got it. I said the strongest muscle that you can have in an SHTF situation, right between your ears. Okay, that's going to be the most important muscle that you have. Being able to think, being able to handle situations, not panicking. That's going to be the biggest thing that's going to help you get through any type of situation. And that's really, really important. So, that's, yep, your mind is going to be the best thing, your mind is going to absolutely be the best thing. So just like I said, you have to realize in an SHTF situation, you're going to have complete chaos. People are going to be panicked. They're going to be frightened. And like I've talked about in many videos before, the most dangerous person out there is somebody who is scared and desperate. So you don't want to be that person. You want to be calm, cool, relaxed. Well, maybe not relaxed, but being able to deal with the situation calmly. That's going to be really, really important. So let's see. Put mom on live. Yeah, no, I don't know what she was calling about. I'll have to call her afterwards. Am I okay? Seems like I'm having a rough day. No, I'm fine. I just lost my train of thought there when I was talking there for a minute, and I don't know, just it happens. But I'll tell you what, I don't like to kill anything. I'll be honest with you. So taking out that raccoon this evening, it wasn't like I got any jollies out of it because I really truly didn't. But if you have an animal that's rabid, that's not just a danger to itself, it's a danger to the people around here, and the animals as well. So, that's the thing that, so you do what you have to do. You don't, I don't kill anything for pleasure. That's not about why I do anything or anything like that. I do it because I have to, so, and I knew that that animal wasn't right if it's wandering around like that. Because normally, and the minute they see you, man, they will take off. Do I have a ham radio for SHTF? Yes, Stace, I do. I do have that. Yep. Yeah, love the book 1 second after going to listen to that to 1 year after. Yeah, 1 second after I've read that book, it is awesome. An awesome, awesome book. And I do want to read the second one as well. I think that's going to be a really good read as well. It's very well done and it's very realistic. It's not anything that's like if you some things are way unrealistic, but that book is very, very realistic. And so Bruno just said I had to go through rabies shots. No fun. Oh, I'm sure. I know that I don't know if they do it the same way anymore, but they used to do it right in the stomach. And I believe it was a series of 21 shots, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Unless they've changed it now, but it still can't be a whole lot of fun. Cannot be a whole lot of fun. You can find the audio books on YouTube if you look. Okay, Robert Blakemore just said that. Yeah, I'm going to definitely. I do not have my general license, Robert, either for the ham radio. I do have the ham radio, but I don't. I don't have my. And I do have the book to study. I probably will work on that this winter and try to work on getting my license for that. Somebody just George just asked, how is Heather faring at college? She's doing very well. She did not come home this weekend. She decided she wanted to stay at the college this weekend to see what was going on, and I get it, and I totally get it. So I just told her when she wants to come home for a weekend, we're here. So but I get it. She's a young lady, and she's meeting boys, and she's spending time with her friends, and so it's I'm happy for her. I miss the crap out of her. I'm not going to lie. I miss her. I do, but I also understand that she needs to have that life experience, and I think it's a good thing for her. 1488, love, tolerance, acceptance has made our people soft. It's not a matter of the tolerance has made people soft. It's just that what's made us soft, if you want my honest opinion, that when you have people, no matter what is said, that they're offended by everything, that has gotten way overblown. If you look at a show, and the older people are going to know what I'm talking about. You look at a show like The Jeffersons, and you look at Archie Bunker. Okay, one was a white themed show, and one was a black themed show. Two of the most racist shows out there. One was racist against black people a lot of the way, or Polish people. I mean, they made fun of the Polish people. They made fun of the Jewish people. They made fun of everybody. Archie Bunker. Okay, The Jeffersons were pretty racist against white people. Okay, but it was comedy, and people realized it was comedy, and they made it made a joke of things, and it was funny. I watched both shows. Okay, and you couldn't put a show on today like that because somebody would be offended. Well, look at what happened when Roseanne Barr came back with her show. She made a comment, and she was barred off of her show. Okay, and they got rid of her. And so it's gotten to a point of being ridiculous. The political correctness now. You can't say certain things or somebody's going to be offended, and it's just excuse me, it's just ridiculous. Absolutely, in my opinion, absolutely ridiculous. Like my daughter, she'll say to her friends, "Well, my dad's not really politically correct." You're right. I'm not. I'm going to say it like it is. If you like it, that's great. If you don't, then suck it up. That's life. If you don't like it, too bad. I don't really care. You know. Now, I'm not going to go out and attack somebody because of the way they dress or the way they look or whatever race they are. I'm not going to do those type of things, but I don't sugarcoat things either. Okay, I will call a spade a spade, and some people won't do that, and they don't like that. So you know, and so but like I said, that's just the way it is, and we're a dying breed. People that say it like it is, I can tell you that right now. Keeping it real, exactly. Our cabin in the woods said, keeping it real. But like I said, we're in a situation now where everybody's offended by everything, and it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous, and it's like what I tell people: grow up, get a pair. You know what I mean? Life is not always going to be wonderful and fair, and it's not fair. So, and here's another problem: participation trophies. Okay, where's the incentive to do better? Where's the incentive to win? When you get out in the real world, okay, and you have to make a living, they don't care if your feelings are hurt or not like that. So you fight to win. So it's like, where's that competitive spirit? That competitive spirit is gone. Because everybody gets a trophy and everybody, oh, we're trying to make sure everybody feels good. Well, you know what? That's not life. That's not reality. So you're getting a whole group of or a whole generation of children that are growing up weak because they can't handle anybody criticizing anything that they say. And there's no participation trophy in the real world, folks. It's not. So you sink or swim. So when you get out there and you're getting your feet wet and it's the real world, people are going to hurt your feelings. People are going to say stuff to you that you're not going to like. So you have to make a decision. I always tell people this. This is what I say about any job. Any job that you have to do, there's a certain amount of SH that you have to eat. Okay. What it comes down to is what is an acceptable amount. And that's what we're all doing in life. Okay. So, you know, when when I was married and we had the 3 kids and we're raising up those kids, I ate a lot more SH than I wanted to, but I had 4 other people to take care of besides myself. So I had responsibilities. So I did what I had to do. So that's what you want to think about. And when it was just me, when I was younger and it was just me, if I was at a job and they pissed me off, I'd tell them right there and see you later. You know what I mean? I didn't care because you know what? I could go out and get another job and it was just me that I had to worry about. But once you have children and you have responsibilities, it's not just about you anymore. So, that's what you got to remember. So I don't get a reward for putting my shoes on. Right, Wolfang, exactly. Yeah, it's like, you know what? You're not going to always get an attaboy because you did a good job. I mean, is it nice to get an attaboy? It sure is. It's awesome to get an attaboy. It makes you feel better. And I think it should happen, more. But you know what? It doesn't always. You're not always going to be appreciated at your job. And you're going to watch the brown noser who sucks up to the boss seemingly get ahead. But you know what? I was never that guy. I never kissed anybody's behind. I did my job. I did it well. If you want to acknowledge that, great. If you don't, I didn't care. Don't matter to me. I'm going to do my job. At the end of the day, what I was worried about, bringing home that paycheck to take care of my family. That's the bottom line. That was the bottom line. And so, life is not fair. Everybody doesn't always win. Now, when you do win, you get out in the real world and you get that win. That's an awesome feeling. But we have a whole generation that words hurt their feelings. Man, if words hurt your feelings, you're in deep, deep doo-doo out there in the real world. So, and it's like with Donald Trump. One of the things that I actually like about Donald Trump is he just says it like it is and he don't care. So I find it funny because I do the same thing. Okay. And so you get people that get offended and they get upset. It's just like, I'll make certain videos and somebody could have been watching my channel for 2 years, but because I made a certain video that I didn't go exactly with what their opinion was, they feel they have to well, that was horrible and you shouldn't have said that and I'm out of here and I'm unsubscribing. Well, bye. You know what I mean? I love my subscribers. I love you guys. You guys are why I do what I do, okay? But here's the bottom line, and this is the reality that I want everybody out there to understand. We are all not going to agree on everything all the time, okay? Somebody made a comment when a recent video that I did, and I replied to them, and they said, he goes, I love your channel, but I disagree with you 100% on this topic. And my reply to them was, that's okay. Let's agree to disagree. See, that's called being an adult. We don't always have to agree, but if if we agree, great. If we don't agree, make your point. Do it in an adult manner, not like a little child having a temper tantrum because you didn't get your own way. And I will respect that. I respect that every day. Okay. But when you have people that are, oh, you don't agree with me on this, well, I'm unsubscribing and I'm never watching again. Well, that's your choice. Again, there's a million YouTube channels out there. Please enjoy them all. I hope you have a great time. It's just, I don't get it. I don't understand why anybody would watch a channel that they don't agree with or they don't like what the person is saying. I don't get that. I really, truly don't get that. It makes absolutely zero sense to me. I'm going to tell you what, there are channels out there, and I won't say who they are because that's my choice, what I like or do not like. But there are certain channels out there that I don't like them for a myriad of reasons. Okay. Guess what? I don't watch their channels. I don't watch them. I don't go in there and tell them how horrible they are and they're stupid and they're fat and they're bald and your opinion is horrible because you don't agree with me. I don't do that because guess what? They don't care either. Okay. So I choose to leave and not watch their channel. So that's how I roll. You know what I mean? It's like I'm making a choice like an adult. You will never see me come on here, okay, and attack somebody. It's not going to happen. Okay. I'm not gonna this YouTuber or that YouTuber I think is this or that. You're never gonna hear me say that. It's not going to happen. Way back when I first got on YouTube, I got with there was a guy that was on that was making, some mistakes, and I jumped on the bandwagon and I started to say things to this person, okay? And then I sat down and I thought about it and I said, this isn't right. This isn't wrong, the way to do it. And I made a video about it. You go back and you'll watch and you'll see. And I won't even tell you who the channel's name is because it doesn't make any difference. But I went on YouTube and I said, I was wrong in this and I should not have done this and I will not do it again. And guess what, guys? I've never done that again. And I actually ended up speaking with this person. We get along okay. He has his channel, he's doing his thing. And I support anybody that's out there trying to live off grid, trying to, do homesteading or whatever they're trying to do. I will support anybody that's doing it. Anybody that's got a channel and they're trying, I respect that. And I will never go and say anything negative about anybody. You won't see me doing it. Just won't do it. So, but I wanted to mention while I was thinking about it, right now on my website we are doing a sale, and I'll explain again why we're doing a sale again so soon from the last sale. When we did the last sale, we excluded the buckets in that sale. It was a mistake on our part. Okay, so we screwed up, and the bucket meals were not included in that sale. So what we've done is we're doing a sale right now that started on Wednesday. It's going to be running for 2 weeks. Okay, and it's 25% off any bucket meal on my website at preppernurse1.com with the legacy freeze-dried foods. If you go in and you spend more than $500 after your discount, we're going to, as a bonus, we're giving you either a free t-shirt or a free coffee mug, or, if you wanted the bumper stickers, we would give that as well. So again, if you were interested, and again, I'm not telling you have to do anything. It's all totally up to you. It's free will. So if you're looking to add to your freeze-dried food storage, it's a great opportunity. 25% is a great savings. And if you spend enough, then you also get this free t-shirt or a coffee mug. It's just an extra bonus for you guys. And so just so you guys know, putting it out there. Also on the website, as a lot of you already know, we have the Prepper Nurse One community. And so if you're looking to meet like-minded people, people that, or if you're looking to go in and just read information on the message boards, talk with like-minded people looking to try to form a group, the Prepper Nurse One community is a great way to do that. And so, if you're looking to do that, it's totally free to join. It doesn't cost anything. It's very private. So people on the outside can't see what's going on. You have to be registered to be able to see. And it's a great opportunity to meet like-minded people, just even if you just want to chat with like-minded people with whatever state or country that you're in. Okay, so just putting that out there as well. So that is obviously your option as well. Uh, let's see, what do we got here? Vincent Kosh, you're right. Americans have gotten soft, and everyone gets to it offended. Also, I needed my preps today, or pep my preps today. Prep now. Yeah, thank you, Vincent. Thank you for that donation as well. Yeah, keep prepping, guys. I went out the other day. Eddie and I went to the store, and I'll probably do a video on it. I added more preps again. So I am not going to stop myself. I continue to add stuff, and I did add more food as well. And so I'll definitely do a video on it. I might show that tomorrow, and do a quick video on it because tomorrow we're supposed to get rain all day again, and there's a surprise coming tomorrow as well. So I will probably show you guys that as well. So it will be really, really interesting. Prepper Nurse One is. Love your show and been watching for a while. It's young AR-15 just said that. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I appreciate all you guys watching, guys. I really, truly do. That's why I'm here. That's why I'm doing what I'm doing. If I can help people, I can help wake people up. If anybody has questions, I'm always available. Anybody that's contacted me, left me their phone number, whatever, I try to call them, and I'll talk to anybody about prepping. I love talking about prepping. So, I'm always available. If I'm not available, I'll try to make myself available when I can. So, but I enjoy what I do. I enjoy helping you guys. And like I said, if it wakes up one person, that's awesome. Hey, Otto Posner, thanks for all you do, Ed. Thank you very much, and thank you for that donation. I appreciate that. Okay, yeah, Kate, we got to say it. So, Kate just said on there, we are Legion. We are Legion. Why are we Legion? Because we are many. Us off-gridders, preppers, there's a lot of us out here. And when the time comes, guys, I think that we're all awake for a reason. I think it's really important. And I think we have an opportunity to help people. And I think that's a good thing. And so we're definitely a big, huge family. So we got to do it now. I want everybody to tell me where you're from so that we can see, where we can see where everybody's from. Minnesota, Virginia, Oneida, New York, Sodus, Michigan, Oklahoma, Ohio. Let's see, New Zealand, Illinois, the UK, Texas, North Carolina, Ohio, Chattanooga, Mobile, Alabama, Avon, New York. You're close to me. Maryland, Western Canada, Navajo Nation, Arizona. Very cool. Syracuse, Texas, Amherst, Canada. Northern California, Florida, Maryland, Binghamton, New York, Pennsylvania, Vermont, Pittsburgh, PA, Minnesota, Indiana, Texas. Let's see, Minnesota again. We got Northern Kentucky, North Carolina, New Jersey, Michigan, Grand Rapids, Minnesota, Grand Rapids City, South Dakota, Pennsylvania, Fort Plain, Alabama, very nice, Missouri, Albion, you're close to me. Let's see, South Jersey, Dallas, Texas, New Mexico, coastal South Carolina, northern Texas, Wisconsin, Oregon, Long Island, lower New York State, Texas, Idaho, another Texas, North Dakota, Eugene, Oregon. We got Pennsylvania again. And so, yeah, guys, we're all over the place. And we really have an opportunity to make a difference. And we're a huge family. And I want you guys to remember that we are a great big family. And we are in a position where we can really, truly make a difference after an SHTF event. Life is so short. And, to be able to help people, it's a good thing. And it doesn't hurt anybody. And it's free to help people. You know what I mean? Now, if you're prepping and you're, giving some help, prepping wise with food or whatnot, or just even giving people some knowledge or give them an opportunity to help themselves, that's important as well. And I think we have, it's not that we have an obligation to do it, but I think it's the right thing to do. And that's just my opinion. Some people are going to disagree and are not going to help anybody. And again, that is your choice. But I'm also a big believer in karma. and I'm a big believer in what goes around comes around. And if you try to do the right thing by people for the most part, I think it's going to come back to you in a positive way. Don't get me wrong, there will be people out there trying to take advantage. You just have to weed them out. You have to go with your gut instinct. You have to go with your gut feeling on people, and you go from there. And so that's a big part of it. Guys, if you haven't shot me that thumbs up yet, if you would do that, I would definitely appreciate it. We're at 191 with 341 people watching. So let's see. So obviously it's Friday the 13th too, which is interesting, and a full moon. So I bet it's interesting out there tonight with the way people are acting. But so I was talking about this raccoon. So when I had gone over to the neighbors, I don't know if I mentioned this part of it. I went and saw the one neighbor, and then I went and saw Richard, and they had one that dropped dead right in their yard that they saw. So he scooped that one up. Okay. I have an idea, a solar idea. I'd like to run past you. Do I have a way to Yeah, if you want, Heather Parker, if you want to give me an email, preppernurse1@yahoo.com. It's actually going to be in all the descriptions. My email's right in all the descriptions. If you want to shoot me an email and give me your number, I'll give you a holler, okay? Just so you know. But so my neighbor had one drop dead in his yard. So I told him, scoop that up and hide that away. And when I was walking back through my other neighbor, there was one dead right there. So that's 3 raccoons dead, just, well, the one I killed, but the other 2 were just dead. And so I told her to grab that one as well. So when I hear back from the DEC, which is hopefully going to be tomorrow, and see if they want to check these raccoons out, we're going to give them all 3 of them to check out, because something's not right to have 3 dead raccoons. Well, 2 to drop dead, and the other one, he was acting whacked out, and that's why I took him out. But sounds like poison. Could be rabies though too. They act all whacked out on rabies when they got rabies, and I just want to make sure that we don't have rabies up in this area. That would not be good at all, especially. I mean, I have my dogs and my cats are in and out, side all the time. And then ICUA 12, have I talked to LPL recently? I have. I've spoken with her a couple times. She's focusing on school, and so that's what she's doing. I don't even think she's made a video in quite a while. But yeah, so that's her choice. It's she can make videos or not. It's I'm not gonna it's totally, she's focused on something else, and that's what she wants to do. So you can only help people so much, and if they don't want help, then that's kind of where you leave it. So but rabies is like the Walking Dead for real in humans. Oh yeah, rabies is no joke. It's a horrible thing. I watched a video of a guy that was over in Russia, and he had contracted rabies, and they showed the progression of it. It was horrible, and I wouldn't wish that on anybody. Not on anybody. Yeah, they don't foam at the mouth until the last stage. Exactly. Yep. So it was. This animal was acting very bizarrely, not like a normal raccoon, and that's why I dispatched it. And so, like I said, I did call the DEC, so I'm going to give them that opportunity. If they want to check it out, they can do that. But yeah, it was not normal. If I open up my back door and it's nighttime and I saw a raccoon, that's totally different. They're supposed to be out there at night because they're a nocturnal animal, but they act like they're drunk. Exactly. And this is what this one was doing, just walking slow and just kind of like this. And I was just like, oh no. And I don't want that running around the house. You know what I mean? Especially with my cats and my dogs and stuff like that. No way. I don't want that biting one of my animals or something. So, that's why I did what I did. But abnormal behavior is whether 2 or 4-legged is cause for concern. Exactly. First Watch just said that. Yeah, when they're acting strange like that, it's not fun. Raccoons could be on bath salts. Amanda just said, yeah, you never know. You never know. Oh my God, that's funny. But let's see. What happens if humans get rabies? If you don't get the shots, it's just the same progression that would happen with the animals. It's not a pretty sight at all. But death if not treated, war child. Exactly. It always leads to death. Yes, rabies is definitely not a good thing at all. Have you seen any zombie deer in your area? I have not seen any at this point. I know there's a lot of that going around. I've heard that there has been some, but not in my direct area. There's some crazy stuff going on, you know. Do they attack other people? War child warrior. Yeah, because they get confused and they get violent, and that's what happens. There's a lot of it's like almost like dementia, but it's not a good thing at all. So yeah, but yeah, Lynn, my animals are vaccinated. They're fixed. They're vaccinated. They're squared away. And when that happened, actually six of them were in the house. Six of the cats and both of the dogs were in the house when that was going around. No, Deborah, nothing happened to one of my cats. We just had a raccoon that was wandering around. The neighbors had told me, and then it was out front here, or it was out back to start with, and Eddie saw it, and then I went out, and it was around the front, and I dispatched it because it was definitely acting like it had rabies, and so I dispatched it, and like I said, then I called the CDC and or the DEC. I'm sorry, CDC. Yeah, I called them. No, I called the CDC or the DEC. So hopefully they'll get back to me, and if they want to come and get it, they can come and get it and check it out just to make sure if it had rabies or not, because they can test that. So kitty's on the bed right now. I have two. I had five of them in here with me earlier. So they were all like I couldn't even lay on my bed. I had too many cats on the bed. So I was actually sitting in the chair and I was messing around this way. And so yeah, but I wasn't all the I'm looking, I'm like all these freaking cats, but it was colder today. So they were definitely when starts getting colder, they're inside. They do not want to be outside when it's cold. So let's see. After a bite or other rabies exposure, the rabies virus have to travel through the body to the brain before it can cause symptoms. Yeah, like well, if you have okay, so if there is like the saliva, and you have an open cut or something, okay, and that saliva gets into that cut, you can contract rabies that way. So where I dispatched that animal, what I actually did, just so you guys know, there was still blood on the ground because after I put it in the bag, there was blood on the ground. I actually, first of all, I took lime and poured lime over it. And then I thought about it and I said, it's a better idea. And I took gasoline over that whole area. I poured gasoline over that whole area, lit that area on fire, let that burn for a while. And then I put more lime on top of that. So I don't want the dogs going out there and start licking those stones where that blood is. I don't want them doing that. So that tried to get rid of all of it is like that with between the fire and using lime on that. So that's what I did. Need a prepper nurse one cats on the bed shirt. Yeah. Actually, let me see. Hold on a second. I'll show you guys. Let me do this. Hold on one second. I can show you this right now, actually. Oh, wait a minute. So you guys can see that we got one here. There's two, three. There's another one over here. So let's see. There you can see four of them. One up on my pillow, and then the others 1, 2, 3, 4. And then this way you can see all five. So over here in the corner is Bella, then the other one's here. So there's the five of them. So I had to take pictures. I sent it to Heather so she could see. But yeah, so it's had all five of them on the bed just chilling out. But they're good cats. I like my cats. My dogs are good dogs too. But like I said, I wanted to make sure that area so the dogs couldn't go out there and start licking up that blood off of that area. And I actually bagged up that raccoon twice, and I put gloves on when I did it, when I picked him up, so I never touched him. Put him in the first bag, and then I put him in a contractor garbage bag and tied that off, and actually put that in the back of my car. So hopefully I'll hear from the CD, or I don't want to keep calling the CDs, the DEC. Hopefully I'll hear from them tomorrow, and either they'll come and get it, or if they have to bury it, I'll bury it. So but I don't plan on taking it back out of the bag. So it's staying in that bag no matter what. So I'm not going to have any kind of hands-on with that. So anyway, guys, if you haven't shot me that thumbs up yet, as we're getting close, this hour goes by so fast, guys. It is absolutely amazing to me every time. So if you haven't shot me that thumbs up yet, if you would do that, I would appreciate it. Do a T-shirt that says Legion Prepper Family and Prepper Nurse One. Love what you do. Thanks. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, absolutely. I think that would be a very cool shirt. Yeah, the kids are doing well. Eddie's here. His mother did not take him this weekend, so he is here with me. And as you saw earlier, because he came in with one of the cats. So, and then Heather's staying at the college this weekend. So, sorry for the spam. Yeah, Watchman News. Come on, what's up with that? But yeah, guys, I'll tell you what. This hour when we do these chats, it goes by so fast. It is absolutely amazing. Really, truly amazing. Am I going to put a light in the coop for more eggs? Yeah, I do plan on getting a light in there for the chickens. What I want to do is have a way that I got some other smaller solar panels that I can put out there and charge up a battery or put a battery in there. So even if it's like just a deep cycle battery and just like run one light off that deep cycle battery so that we can have that just for this winter. And we'll figure something else out down the road. But I do want to get something like that set up for the chicken coop so that we can have, well, plus I want them to be able to be warmer too. The chicken coop is insulated, but if we have some kind of a light in there, that light's going to kick off heat as well, which is going to keep it that much warmer for them. And, so we're going to kind of go from there and we'll see what happens. But, oh, we'll see you later, our cabin in the woods. Have a good night. Thank you for being here tonight. Appreciate it. Try this with the cats. Take a comb and run your fingers down through it. Make noise. Cats will stick their tongues out. Oh, that's funny. With Saxy, all you got to do to get her to stick her tongue out is pet her. I ran an extension cord. Battery was not big enough. Okay. Yeah, if I have to run an extension cord, I'll do that as well. That's not that big of a deal. So we will figure that all out. But I want to see how it holds up in there too, and how warm it stays. I think I'm going to get like a thermostat and keep it right in there so I can kind of get an idea what the temperature is for them in there. But I definitely want to make sure the birds are going to be warm enough that they're going to be good. So 6 days of snow killed the battery. Yeah, I can imagine that would do it. Absolutely, that would do it. Yeah, no, it's like we already got parts of the country getting snow already. It's absolutely crazy how that's going like that. Absolutely crazy. All right, we're at 262 on thumbs up, guys. Can we hit 300 before we sign off here? We got, what do we got left? About 4 more minutes. So can we get to 300 thumbs up before we hit our time to sign off? LEDs would not hold out okay, but they don't throw out that much heat. Okay. Let's see. I have frozen my seeds and now I have planted and they are not sprouting. Is freezing such a good idea? Yeah, I think freezing is a good idea. That's what they're doing. You look at the seed vaults that are around the world. They have that huge seed vault in Iceland.
And it actually, Svalbard in Norway.
In Norway too?
Yeah, like Svalbard, like Arctic archipelago island.
Yeah, it's really, really cold though. I mean, they got it sub-zero. When's the beard coming back? Chris said. Probably October 1st is when I started growing it last year. So probably right around that same time frame. And 16 hours a day is what they need every day to lay all winter. They don't need much heat. Okay. All right. Well, I'll probably put a light in there for them. I'm going to make sure I was planning on getting a light in there for them anyway. So they're already talking about snow in early October. for the mountains in North Carolina. That's early. Yeah, that is early. Yeah, well, you know what? We'll see what. Yes, that was my son speaking, Danny. Yep, that was my son. He knows stuff. I'll tell you what, Eddie's a smart young man. He has a lot of knowledge, because he's online all the time and he's always looking stuff up. Supposed to be a cool and wet winter for most of the southeast this winter. Yeah, I know. Well, up here, they're saying we're going to get the worst of it this year. They're going to say it's going to be cold and snowy. I was looking at the extended forecast for my area of New York, and they're saying that it's going to be very cold and it's going to be very, very snowy. So, all right, guys, we're at 284 and a thumbs up. We need 16 more to go here. Can we hit that number before we jump off of here? It just looks better, and it helps the channel. So if you haven't thumbs us up yet, if you could do that, that would be great. So would I eat long pig? Well, Galaxian, that's the reason why I prep, so I don't have to eat long pig. That's why I prep. That's why I get ready. That's why I have seeds. That's why I have animals here. Um, I have no intention of ever eating long pork, as they call it. So and if anybody knows what that doesn't know what that is, that's another human being. The reason I prep is so I would never have to, but you can never say never. But hopefully, because of the preparations that I have, I would never have to do that. So, yeah, somebody just asked, what is long pig? Long pork is a human being. That's another human being. That's what they call it. So, Chris just said, thank you for the solar video today. Oh, you're very welcome. I know some people had asked and wanted to know about the solar system and the cost. So I wanted to go over that with you guys. And so that's why I threw that up there today. So again, guys, if you are not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Make sure you hit that bell icon so you get updates. If you're already subscribed, check your bell icon to make sure you're getting the updates every day. There's a lot of games going on, as you guys know. A lot of channels are being messed with. So I post every single day. I don't miss a day. Not generally. Once in a blue moon, I'll miss a day, but not very often. And I do live streams 3 days a week, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. So I'm always on. I'm always here. So, if you're not getting notifications, just please come and check, and you will see that we're here, and we're not going anywhere. Okay? So anyway, guys, remember, we are all in this together. That's really important to remember. I think a lot of people lose sight of that. Also, remember, guys, hug and kiss the ones you love. Tell them every single day. Tomorrow is not guaranteed. We never know what's going to happen in life. So it's really, really important that we tell the people that we care about every single day how we feel. Also, remember, guys, STD. It's one step at a time, one thing at a time, and one day at a time. Whatever you're trying to do, whatever you're trying to accomplish, you can do it. The only thing that can stop you is you. That's it. It doesn't, nobody else can stop you. Stay positive. Stay away from negative people that want to bring you down, and you will be fine. All right. So the next live stream, guys, is going to be on Sunday, but look for my video tomorrow. Maybe I'll do a video. Well, I got a surprise coming tomorrow, so I'll definitely be doing a video on that. And I will probably be doing a video on some of the preps that I picked up yesterday. So I hope everybody's doing well. I hope you have a good weekend. Be safe, guys. I will talk to you all later. Prepper Nurse One, out for now.